All right, forgive the crude setup here. There's going to be some noisy static crashes here. It's about the best setup I have for the 511. I don't have anything else programmed for that particular repeater except for the HTX-202. And I'm going to try and listen to the net tonight. I don't have a great audio speaker for this, but it is what it is for now. Yeah, this is how I do it when I have to. Should be any moment now for the net to start. I do have an extra speaker mic where I can plug in an external speaker. We may have to change over that for better audio response. But normally I just leave the lapel microphone on. It's plugged into an external antenna. That's what helps me hear. I also have it connected to a 2-meter FM amplifier. It has a preamp for receive signal. What you're seeing here is all the noise locally on the S meter there on the display, and I do have the ctcss tone set, so I can tune out the noise on the receive side. An argument for another day whether or not it actually passes the tone through the repeater. Right now it's kind of irrelevant, except for the fact that it does tune out all the local RFI that's coming from downtown. I think it's the way I started out a couple of years ago, but it still works. I think my clocks are a little ahead, so or we're still waiting on somebody to be net control, depending. I heard earlier that somebody was supposed to be on there specifically, and he said he was going to do it. So we're going to find out. One of these days I'll have a proper 2-meter mobile radio set up with all the local repeaters put in. Like the...
Good evening.
Here he is.
This is Kilo Oscar for Kilo Alpha Delta with the Metro Richmond Aries net. If at any time during this net you should need to relay emergency traffic, please use the word break, and the net will yield for your traffic and assist in any way that we can. The purpose of this net is for training and announcements for the amateur radio community. We ask that all participating stations follow standard net procedures that would be used during an active emergency net. There is no requirement to be an Aries member. All amateurs who are within range of this repeater, regardless of location or affiliation, but with proper license class, are invited and encouraged to participate in this net.
And there's the crash. Sorry about that.
Again, this is Kilo Oscar for Kilo Alpha Delta with the Metro Richmond Aries net. Let's get some general housekeeping out of the way before we get started with check-ins. This is a directed net, which means stations must be acknowledged by NCS or the net control station before proceeding with comments or discussion. One feature of this net is the discussion of the day. The discussion of the day is intended to be a way to learn more about amateur radio, emergency preparedness, general safety, so we hope everyone will participate. I don't have a particular topic tonight, but I do want to bring up some things about the net. Let's move along here. So we'll be taking check-ins in 2 groups, mobile and portable stations, and then all other stations. When checking in, I call sign phonetically with the proper ITU and your first name. I'll get your location and receive signal report when I call back for comments. If you are an Aries, Skywarn, or MCOM official, please identify yourself as such. And tonight, I'm going to just open the net to any and all comments, but we have been having trouble lately getting net control operators. And there's the potential for this net to go away, unfortunately, without people that are willing to step up and take over net control duties. So with that said, if there's anybody out there that would like to do that, you can email me at ko4jad@gmail.com, and you can certainly make your voice heard when you check into the net. All right, let's get started with check-ins. Are there any mobile or portable stations wishing to check in? Again, I just need your first name and your call sign phonetically. Please call now. This is Kilo Oscar 4 Uniform Oscar Romeo Scott Portable. Alright, net control recognizes KO4UOR. Are there any other mobile or portable stations wishing to check in? If so, please call now. Alright, with nothing heard, this is KO4JAD. I will go ahead and open it up for all other stations. This is the Metro Richmond Aries net. If you would like to check in, please call now with just your first name and your call sign phonetically.
This is Whiskey 4 Romeo Tango Hotel Bath.
India, Rob.
What? Rob usually has a better signal than that.
Alright, net hold. Picked up W4RTH and KB2OYI. Are there any other stations out there that would like to check into the Metro Richmond Aries net? If so, please call now with your first name and your call sign with proper ITU phonetics.
54 Mike Foxtrot Victor Mark. This is Kilo Romeo 4 Charlie Bravo Alpha Mark. This is Kilo Echo 4 Golf India Victor Jim.
Alright, net hold. Net recognizes W4 Mike Fox Victor, KR4 Charlie Bravo Alpha, and KE4 GIV Golf India Victor. Alright, let me go back up to the top of the list and start getting some comments. So our first station was KO4UOR. Over to you, sir. Name, location, received signal report, and your comments for the net.
Good evening, Randy, and everyone on the net. I am in Western Henrico, and I am outstanding on my patio. The storm has passed, and we had winds as high as 45 miles an hour, but very little rain. And I think we may be done for tonight. But anyway, regarding the net control situation, I am net control the second Thursday of each month, and being net control is a lot of fun. If you haven't done it, you should give it a try. Maybe you don't want to commit until you've tried it, but net control is a lot of fun, and I recommend it. You can pick one week of the month or make yourself available as a fill-in. You get to choose the topic. So, yeah. Let's see. Not much else going on. Beautiful evening. Feels great out now. I hope nobody had damage due to the storm. Our neighbors across the street and many others are without power. We were spared so far. Anyway, I'll send it back to you, Randy. KO4KAD, back to net control.
KO4UOR, KO4KAD. Thank you for those comments, Scott. Yeah, that storm whipped through here pretty fast and furious. Thankfully, we didn't lose power either. Got a few small limbs and things like that down in the yard, but yeah, nothing terrible to speak of. And in regards to your comments about net control, it's really appreciated how willing you are to be net control, and you are one of the few that has always covered your spot and others, so we do appreciate that. Have a good rest of the evening, and 7-3. All right, let's see. It takes us down to W4RTH. Name, location, received signal, and your comments for the net.
Yeah, good evening, Randy, and everyone on the net. His name is Bob, Bravo, and I'm in central Hanover. You're loud and clear. Yeah, storm blew through here, and I had to put that scanner on, fire scanner, and a lot of trees down, a lot of wires down, transformers that blew, houses on fire. So, yeah, a lot of damage in Hanover. Luckily, I didn't have any here, although I don't have electricity. The generator's running, so I got a whole generator here. So, one reason I got that is so I could fix chocolate chip cookies. If I did lose electricity, which I did fix the chocolate chip cookies. So the whole home generator came in handy, Randy. So anyway, that's about it from Hanover. I'll turn it back over to you. KO4KD, W4RG.
Yeah, good deal, Bob. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, and you can't get in between a man and his chocolate chip cookies. Hope everybody out there in Hanover is okay with all that damage. Yeah, the power flickered here a couple times, but we didn't lose it. And I'm very thankful for that, because we're usually one of the first ones to lose it. But anyways, thanks for checking in, and enjoy the rest of your evening. 7-3. That takes us down to KB2OYI. Your name, location, received signal report, and your comments for the net.
This is KB2OYI, Rob in Verina. I read you loud and clear, doing a fine job. As far as the topic for the night, nobody understands the challenges and the struggle of trying to recruit net control operators as much as I do. A lot of folks know me as the guy on the Wednesday night net. I've been trying to increase the number of NCOs to that net for, 2-3 years now. To everyone out there who has maybe a little curiosity or interest, it's not difficult. It may seem intimidating at first, but, it's a way to have fun with the radio is the way I look at it. It's a way to kind of get a little closer with your local amateur radio community. It's a way to help people, both answering questions, great way to help new hams. There's always new hams participating in nets. It's kind of a lot of folks that start in the hobby and getting over mic fright is on a weekly net. I highly recommend you consider it, and whether it's the Wednesday night or this net, give it a shot. I'm sure there's folks that wouldn't mind having you, sit shotgun for a round and see how it goes. So that's what I have to offer for that. Randy, thanks for running the net. You did a great job. KB2OI, back to you.
KB2OI, Kill4KD, thank you for your comments, Rob, and yeah, I knew you would understand, and we thank you for running that Wednesday night net. I honestly don't know how you do it, because you are there every week, without fail, for as long as I can remember, and it is much appreciated. And have a good rest of the week, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I'm sure we will catch you here or somewhere on the bands over the weekend. So 7-3 from KL4KAD. All right, let me move on down to my next station, W4, Mike Fox Victor. Name, location, received signal report, and your comments for the net.
Yeah, good evening, Randy. Everybody on the net. Mark, 4 in SV in Old Glen Allen area. The storm came through. Pretty good to hear. Good straight line winds, probably 30-40 mile an hour winds. Still have power, but I'm thinking all of us, once we clear up from the net, we need to head out to Bob's place for some cookies. They're sounding pretty tempting. What else going on here? I've been working with my older grandson, who has a GMRS license. We've had a Motorola radio set up and talked to him a few times on the West repeater. So he's pretty excited about that. And that's about it. Kind of looking forward to the field day weekend coming up, which is next weekend. So a lot of activities around at different clubs in the area. So with that, also let you know signal report is loud and clear as always. And I'll go ahead and turn it back over to you, Randy. KO4KTC, this is W4MFB.
W4MFB, KO4KD. Thank you, Mark, for all your comments. And yeah, I'm looking forward to field day as well. Hope to see you out there. And good deal on your grandson. That's cool, man. people, but honestly, for me, it's cool to see anybody get interested in it. Been working with a couple guys lately, and they've seen me on HD and kind of listened in. And one of them in particular is super interested, and I think he's at least going to go down the GMRS rabbit hole. But you know how that is. That's just a gateway. So, yeah, anyways. All right, Mark. Thanks for checking in, and have a good weekend. And we'll talk to you later. This is Scale 4KAD with the Metro Richmond AriesNet. We're going to move on down to our next station, Kilo Romeo 4 Charlie Bravo Alpha. Name, location, received signal report, and your comments for the net.
Kilo Romeo 4 Charlie Bravo Alpha. This is Mark in Hanover Park area. Signal reports. Everybody's quiet. Everybody's full quiet, so that's all. It's all good signals. Everybody's doing good. I told Bob 34GH earlier, like over the GMRS said, it's like he's talking about those cookies, and that's all I can think about is just chocolate chip cookies and a glass of milk. He's ruined me. Anyway, but yeah, the storms came through here. Power went off, I think 3 times here, but it's back stable. It seems like now. I think everything's so. But all is good. But as far as comments for the, I always appreciate you, Randy, running the net. Scott as well. I know he does it a lot. You guys, you deserve a, I don't know, medal, I guess. I mean, like I said, it is an undertaking. Not that I'm willing to step into yet. Maybe in the future. But anyway, always enjoy hearing all you guys. Anyway, but it's been a hot day. Randy, I bet you've been at the heat. It's like, when I talked to Bob earlier, it is too hot. It's too hot. But anyway, just love participating, and hope more people will get interested. I also took the GMRS gateway drug into 2 meter here, but yeah, it's all good, and I encourage everybody I can to do that. But anyhow, nothing else to really add. But sorry, I think I tapped out there. Just anyway, want to thank everybody for participating tonight. Hopefully, there'll be a couple more jumping in at the end. But anyhow, appreciate you doing it, Randy. You're a stand-up guy. Like you, buddy. And I'm going to turn it back over to net control. So this is KR4CBA. Back over to KO4KAD. Appreciate you, Randy.
KR4CBA, KO4KAD. Good to hear you, Mark. I haven't talked to you, and it seems like it's been forever, so good to hear you. And, yeah, you brought up the chocolate chip cookies, too, and I meant to say something about that. After the other Mark's comments, I know, man, right? I'm like jonesing for chocolate chip cookies fresh out the oven right now. So, yeah, I think we all need to head over to Bob's house as soon as I shut the net down. Anyways, all right, let me move on down. Next station is Kilo Echo 4 Golf India Victor. Name, location, received signal report, and your comments for the net.
Good evening, Randy, and everybody on the net. This is Jim, KE4GRV in North Chesterfield. You're coming in full quality, and everybody is sounding good tonight. Yeah, we didn't have, we had a little rain shower come through right about the time I was cutting the grass. I waited till a little later in the day because it did get quite warm today, but I was cutting it and had a rain shower come through, but we did not get the storms that you guys got, obviously. So we're all good down here. Just a little rain, and it wasn't too much. Other than that, just had a nice day, and just kind of we had the day off, so just kind of enjoyed that, and that's about it. Got to go back to work one more day, and we'll get to the weekend. So with that, I will send it back to you, Net Control. This is KE4GIV.
KE4GIV, KO4KAD. Good to hear you, Tim. Been a while. And, yeah, glad you didn't get storms out that way. And, I need to get with Doug, put another 4-wheel drive / radio trip together. And we'll certainly keep you updated once we start planning that. I was thinking about it today. I'm starting to get the itch again to get up there into the mountains and do some trail riding and some radio. So yeah, hopefully we can get something together here before too long. So thanks for checking in, and yeah, one more day and then we're to the weekend. 7-3 from KO4KAD. All right, I'm gonna open it up again and see if there's any other stations out there. This is the Metro Richmond Aries Net. Looking for check-ins. If there's anybody else out there wishing to check in, just need your call sign phonetically and your first name. Please call now.
This is Alpha 46 Victor Zulu John.
And Glen Allen.
This is Kilo Oscar 4 Victor Echo Mike David.
Kilo Quebec 4 Lima Yankee Lima Jeff. Net hold. All right, I picked up 2. There was quite a bit of doubling. Let me tell you who I got. I got KO4 Victor Echo Mike, and I got JQ4LYL. Anybody that I missed, please call back now, and try to call out and drop the key and listen and see if somebody else is talking, and if not, and call in. So this is KO4KAD. Call now for check-ins. Norway 4, Italy Charlie Tango, and for ICT Bob.
Kilo 4, Oscar Whiskey Uniform, Mike.
Kilo Alpha 4 Quebec Victor Zulu John.
All right, this is KO4KAD. So we picked up, as many stations that time as we did on the first call, just about. So let me go up to the top of this new list. KO4VEM. Name, location, received signal report, and your comments for the net.
Good evening, Randy, and everyone on the net. This is Kilo Oscar 4 Victor Echo Mike David over in King William County. We had a bunch of them doubling up, so I called it earlier, but apparently got covered, so it was no problem. Able to get in now. We had a horrendous storm
come through King William, we still have power, but there are trees down and some minor flooding here and there, so it was a pretty heavy-duty storm. I'm also curious, Randy, about my signal report. Last night on the net, they said it was pretty weak, so I'm curious how it's doing tonight. I'm reading you loud and clear. So that's about all I have, Randy. You're doing a great job. Thanks for all you're doing. This is KO4VEM, turning it back over to net control.
KO4VEM, KO4KAD. Yeah, you're booming in here. You're full quiet and loud and clear. I know you're a lot closer to this repeater than you are to the RATS UHF. So you're doing fine, and glad everything's okay out there your way. Sounds like y'all got hit pretty hard. Yeah, it came through the ear, but nothing like sounds like in King William and western part of Hanover, out there near the courthouse area. Technically, I guess that's not western, but anyways, thanks for checking in. Let's move on down to KQ4LYL.
This is Kilo Quebec for Lima, Yankee Lima, Jeff. Everyone, my receive signal is a little bit spotty, and I'm going to stop for just a moment. If I could get a quick report from you, I don't want to be having bad signal and everyone not really understanding what I'm saying. So if you could get back to me on a quick report for just a moment.
KQ4LYL, KO4KAD. Yeah, Jeff, you're in there. Sounds like you may be mobile and on an HT possibly, but I'm making you out, so go ahead.
Well, we endured the storm. What it was heavy pretty down in Mechanicsville, right across from Avenue Heights area. Had a severe amount of wind, lightning, power is out at the moment, and we had a pretty tall tree that fell down and almost hit my neighbor's house. Luckily, it was off to the right just enough to miss the house, but it's big enough that it pulled a crowd. A lot of our neighbors are out looking at it, moving on, and how big the tree was and fell, but everyone is safe and okay. No other comments for the net, so this will be Kilo Quebec 4 Lima Yankee Lima, staying 73 and over back to net control.
All right, Jeff. Well, thank you for checking in, and really glad that tree didn't hit the house. They can do some serious damage for sure, and while it sucks to lose your power, at least the temperature dropped quite a bit, so hopefully you're not sitting there sweating to death. Because, yeah, it was pretty warm today, and I went out right before the net, and it was in the mid-70s, which was about 20 degrees cooler than what it was earlier today. The 7-3 from KO4KAD. Let's move on down. The next station, I'm not sure I got your call sign right, so correct me if I messed it up. I scribbled down November 4 India Charlie Tango. So go ahead with your comments and correct me on your call. This is KO4KAD net control with the Metro Richmond Aries net. Is there an N4 India Charlie Tango station in there? next station, KK4 OWU, name, location, received signal report, and your comments for the net.
Yes, KK4OWU. Mike, I'm here in Glen Allen near 295 at Staples Mill. Pretty good storm rolling through. We had power blip 3 times, but did not lose it. About a mile down the road to the east, we got power outages going all the way up through Hanover. But other than that, things going well here. As far as the topic for tonight, net control, I would like to reach out to several of you and think about doing a training net one day of the week. I have permission on the RAS repeater to pursue this, and I'd like to reach out to Randy, Scott, Rob, and whoever else is interested in maybe doing a little brainstorming on how we can do a training net. I know they've been done in the past, and how we can reach out to other hams and newer hams. So sometime in the next week or so, I'd like to reach out to y'all. Maybe I have an email address, but I think y'all on Slack. And I'd like to get about 10 or 20 more net control operators available to fill in. Other than that, looking for some good weather while I set up my smoker. But 73 is everybody. KK4OWU.
KK4OWU, KL4KAD. Yeah, that's a really, really good idea. I am on Slack, but however, I forget to get on there. I don't get on there very often. But my email is my callsign at gmail.com. And yeah, I'm more than willing to lend a hand. Yeah, that's how Powhatan used to have a training net. That's the last one I'm aware of. And that is how I got started. And it was really low pressure, you know. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. And I did that a couple times and kind of got my feet wet and then was like, oh yeah, this is no big deal. And which led me into stepping up for this net when the previous NCO had to relinquish his duties for other obligations, because that happens to all of us, and that's kind of where I'm at now. I've got other obligations that I kind of need to attend to, and while I'm certainly willing to call this net once a month, I can't be available to do it every Thursday night. Every Thursday. So anyways, yeah, shoot me an email and I'll do what I can to help you. So thanks for checking in. And next station on my list is KA4QVZ. That's a familiar call. Good to hear you on the net. Your name, location, received signal report, and your comments for the net.
Yeah, Randy, this is Kilo Alpha 4 at Quebec Victor Zulu, John, and we're located in Lakeside, or as I like to say, downtown Lakeside. And yes, we got a pretty good little storm here today. A lot of heavy rain, winds blowing, and so it was kind of hectic there for a while. So we kind of get a little nervous here, but everything worked out. So, but yeah, being net control is a really important job there. My hat's off to you. I think you're doing a great job. Always do a great job, and enjoy listening to you. And so with that, I'll say 7-3, and I guess Bob's over there. He's not going to give me any of his cookies, so I guess I'll just have to settle for something else over here. Anyway, 7-3 to everybody. KO4KAD, this is Kilo Alpha 4 with Deck 6 to Zulu. And Randy, you're coming in very strong. Got a great signal on you.
KA4QVZ, KO4KAD. Thank you for checking in, John. Could be wrong, but I think it's the first time you've checked into this net, or at least since I've been running it. So good to hear you in there. And yeah, I don't think Bob's going to share with any of us. But that's okay. I've been sitting here brainstorming, and I think I got some fudge pops in the freezer. I would give me a fudge sickle once I shut the net down. So thanks for checking in, and have a great Friday and a good weekend, and hopefully we'll catch you on here again. 7-3 from KO4KAD. I will now proceed to close the net, but let's see, we had 12 check-ins, including myself, this week, and I'd like to thank all the stations who participated and the stations that stood by to give us the time for this net. I would like to thank the MRA group for the use of their repeater in the past and hopefully in the near future. I would also like to thank Hanover County for the use of their repeater this evening. And with that, the Metro Richmond Aries net is now closed, and this repeater is returned to regular amateur radio use. 73, everyone, from KO4KAD.